Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, and welcome back to my monthly astrological overview. I'm doing something different. I'm going to talk about the planets that are retrograding and how it's going to affect each sign. So, the planet of love, money, work, and the most beautiful and pleasurable things in life, Venus is retrograding in Gemini. Now, when a planet is retrograding, the two letters that you need to look out for is RE. RE represents re. So we're going to look back and retrace ourselves when Venus was direct. So we're going to look back at our finances, our partnerships, our romance, the things that are pleasurable for us, to see what we miss, what details, or what information that we overlooked. So, we're going to go back and look at issues that we need to, that's unresolved in relationship, finance, and wants and needs and our values. We may want to avoid significant new beginnings or decisions related to Venus rule endeavors, such as I mentioned, finances, partnerships, romance, and pleasure. However, it's an excellent time to access these matters. This is the cycle that we're going to be backstepping or rethinking a matter. While your attractive powers remain strong, it could be a little withdrawn, a little hesitate about pushing anything forward. In matters of the heart, it's a time for looking into your heart and understanding your needs and more immediate needs. In the weeks ahead, you're likely to do quite a bit of reviewing, reassessing, re-looking back, perhaps some experimenting with your image, your looks, your manner, dating, and relationship. Take your time with major decisions making with this ship occurring. You may experience some indecisions about these issues that deal with love, romance, partnerships, and relationships. But allows you to slow down and look at the big picture and see what you have missed, what detail that you overlook, and correct it. So when Venus goes direct in Gemini, which would be June the 25th, you can go on with your new plan, your new schedule, your new reestablishing things. While you may always feel confident and comfortable, but things are in limbo because we're looking back, we're reviewing, rechecking, reaccessing, we're rethinking our feelings during this cycle. It's an excellent period for considering how your approach is attracting what you want in your life at this time. So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of how Venus retrograding is going to affect each astrological sign. The first sign is Aries. The next couple of months, Aries, we're going to look back and take a deep feeling and look into our feelings. Our minds are definitely subject to change during this period. Not that says there's nothing stopping us from sexting your heart out and having some lighthearted fun with your crushes. It's time to get your flirt on, Aries, and avoid expressing your sentiments with passion. Try on a few different looks before committing yourself in love. Taurus, which is Venus, is your ruling planet. Taurus, so you can bet yourself will feel its retrograde is with a lot of intensity because Venus is your ruling planet. I actually see some financial benefits coming from this, so long as you are frugal and on top of the matter and on your spending. Money from old projects will come into being. It may come back to you, so keep your tab on your accounts. Check them. Check your bank account. Check your credit cards. There may be some refunds that's coming into these areas. Okay, there may be some extra money, like the stimulus check that some of you haven't gotten, or income tax. Okay, but something that deals with money will be re-emerging in your life. So check these accounts. Cancer, the retrograding, in your words, is a great time to spend. Venus retrograding. As now, the time is to reevaluate where you stand in relationships and beyond. Staying in your secret world is favored as you have control over what energy you want to give or what you want to withhold. While your actual decision making can be a little foggy, do not make any major decision until after the 25th. And these decisions could have something to do with love and money. Might get a little blurry. You can explore the bounds of your decision and value within your fantasies. Leo, Venus doesn't only influence our romantic partnerships, Leo. This planet also affects the value and pleasure that we get from these relationships and desires, from our platonic relationship to our serious relationship. This retrograde might cause some friction between you and your crew. Friends will stress you out. However, you will make up with them faster than you get angry with them. Remember that singles are getting mixed and feelings are getting mixed, are unclear. So hold off before you make any decisions to wipe these people completely out of your life. Remember, Leo, it's not always about you. It's about other people that's in your life. And be considerate and be understanding, what are these people going through? Like you go through things. And you might say something, you might do something out of character, but it's not done in a vicious or harmful way. Ask for forgiveness. Virgo, you have a tendency to go down in confusion over love and desires, which can be consuming a lot of your time. But don't get yourself lost at sea, Virgo, as you will need to stay grounded during this time of Venus retrograding, as you will ground yourself in order to remain on top of everything and of your responsibilities. Work may be the last thing on your mind, but projects need to get finished. So there's a tendency that you might want to delay it. I do this tomorrow, I do this next week. Get it done. And another way of doing this, Virgo, learn how to meditate. Now, the conventional meditation is to focus on one thing that you need to do. Mindful meditation is to clear your mind and whatever comes into your mind during your meditation. So the things that you find that's very hard or impossible to do, it can be done by doing your period of meditation. Combine the conventional part of it and the mindful meditation and visualize yourself doing these things. When you visualize yourself doing it, you send it out to the universe. And then when you finish meditating, you can get up and do it, and it's done. And so your responsibility is there. So that is the tip that you need to take, Virgo. Don't wait till the last minute. Avoid last minute. Avoid retrograde stress by doing your responsibility and get it out of your way. Practicing grounding and using techniques. Holding on and making any major moves in love. No major decisions in love, finance, and romance. Wait till Venus go direct on June the 25th. Libra, Venus is again your ruling planet. It's a planet of love, beauty, relationship, partnerships, the balance there. We need to balance things. In other words, we have the shadow side of our personality and the light side of our personality. So there needs to be a balance so the middle can keep it balanced and working for the better good. When it's one side's over, it's bad. That negative part of you is ruined. And then when it's next, the other side is light, and then you're giving your power away by not setting your boundaries. So the boundaries is balance. Libra will be certain a transformative period when Venus is retrograding. You'll be focusing on what brings you joy and happiness, value, and a feeling of connectedness within your spiritual self. Belief system, higher mind, and pursuit will occupy your time during the period of Venus retrograding. You'll be more interested in spiritual things. What makes this world operate? What makes the spirit move around in this world to bring positiveness and dispel the negativity? You're going to be concerned of coming out of that dark tunnel with that light. The light is the wisdom that you're going to learn from this Venus retrograding. And you're going to come out that dark tunnel into the light. So that means a lot of things have been more in the shadow side and not in the light, so it needs to be balanced. Your higher mind pursuit will be occupied in your mind. You have interest in spiritual endeavors, meditation, yoga, healing, organic, natural healing, if there are some issues with your health. Moderation in order to clear your mind of that shadow negativity and bring the light and the dark, the shadow, to a balance. Allow yourself to ride the retrograde wave gracefully. Scorpio, it's a challenge to say no sometimes. So with Venus retrograding in Scorpio, it's going to affect you. Say no. Speak your truth from your fifth chakra in a diplomatic way, because then you'll get more bees with the honey. Don't use that sting, because it's going to self-destruct you and you'll get nothing. Okay? Venus is here to teach you that lessons in a new way. Setting boundaries with others may be hard, as you are unable to avoid them by yourself. But that doesn't mean you should not try, Scorpio. By slowing to a snail pace during this retrograde, you will have a chance to think before you speak out, and to make sure that you have made space for healing and a valuable type of love. So let's not be self-destruct. If you want to attract something, speak your truth in a diplomatic way and set boundaries and stop being a people pleaser. Sagittarius, are notorious for washing ex-lovers up into our shore. And you are more than likely to have a place, have to face some feelings around this issue. Over the coming months, your relationship with an ex, deciding which avenue to go down, is hard. Think it over before proceeding. So in other words, some exes are coming back into your life. Now, some people do change and some people don't. Take a good observation and go by your feelings, your intuition. Do you want this person back in your life? Whether it is a case of having unfinished emotional business or just simply receiving a text from this person, you should weigh the pros and cons before going further and reaching out or responding. So if there's any communication from these exes, how did they leave you? What stress did they give you? Did they encourage you with your dreams? Did they help you grow? Or you're like a cup of wine. Did they drink it all so it's draining and you didn't gave everything and your power to them and they gave you nothing? So you decide whether you want to deal with this ex or not. Are they going to come out of the blue, a text or email? But think twice before responding. Sagittarius, I'm sorry. A Capricorn, Venus rules our pleasure in this retrograde. It's nudging you towards a new way of delivering pleasure, value from day-to-day endeavors. Your daily routine has become exhausting. So you're going to have to change your routine, something that's going to lift you, make you feel better after you do it, and feel that you want to rush into it the next time you do it. You get a pleasure out of it. Do some more resting and relaxing now. Slowing down during this retrograding and reevaluating in your life actual brings you joy. Life actually brings you joy, and it can help you decide what you would like to keep and discard once the retrograde comes to an end. So reevaluating who, what, people, places, and things that's connect with partnership, finance, love, commitment, and pleasure that you want to continue in your life and which you no longer want. All right, Kat. Aquarius brings the feeling back into your life. The general advice is to run for the hills and not look back. But you might want to cautiously examine what a past lover might be able to teach you, Aquarius. A former crush is coming back your way. Don't run away from the opportunity to reconnect. There's a chance the connection could offer a real opportunity for growth. Take it slow, but explore the possibility. So, old lovers, old flings, old people that you had feelings for are going to come back. And you might think you want to run to the hill. And that's understandable because some exes and old flings are people you don't want nothing to do with them. They wouldn't give you a time of day. And now they want to come back and retry it again. Some people do change and some people don't. So rethink this. Give them another try. People do change. Right in the back, lepers never change their spot. So what can you learn from this? That is the key here. All right, Aquarius. Pisces, Venus loves a makeover, and your creative juices are constantly flowing, Pisces, during this Venus retrograde. However, because Venus is retrograde, it is not a great time to embark on any major beautification or redecoration of your house. So scratch your itch for a home makeover by taking some time out to yourself to get things organized first. It is time to reorganize your home. So that means get all this clutter out. What you're not using, give it to someone else. Someone else's trash is someone else's treasure. Okay? Because when the place is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. You're not focused. You don't think. You're making the wrong decisions, and what's going to bring negative consequences. Use this time to get some major spring cleaning done. Once the retrograde is over and you have sorted through all this mess, you can move forward with your fun part of redecorating. So you can reach me at my website, readingsbyleonardtmunson.net, or you can reach me at my email address, mercury524@msn.com, or you can reach me on Facebook as Readings by Leonard T. Munson, or LinkedIn and Twitter. So you know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. And enjoy this retrograde and learn. Remember, we go looking back in areas of finances, love, partnerships, and pleasure. Thank you. Ciao.